afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining Lewis University's television network. Today is Wednesday, February 12th, 2020. I'm Margarita Cremidas.
And I'm Luis Chavez.
And we begin with our top local stories. Almost 1 year after charges were dropped, former Empire star Jussie Smollett is again facing indictment on Tuesday. Special Prosecutor Dan Webb said a Cook County grand jury charged Smollett with 6 counts of disorderly conduct for false reports to the Chicago police. Last year, Smollett claimed to have been attacked by 2 men who were yelling racist and homophobic slurs. The one man who attacked Smollett was an extra on Empire, and the other was Smollett's personal trainer. Smollett will be prosecuted on February 24th.
In the middle of the coronavirus outbreak, Illinois health officials are reporting an increase in influenza cases in the state and are issuing a new warning in the fight against the virus. The Illinois Department of Public Health stated that doctors are battling the bug at an alarming rate despite the mild temperatures Illinois has been experiencing lately. Officials say flu activity for this time of year is more than double the average it has been in the past 5 years and is hitting younger people harder than normal. At the end of January, some 2,500 young people and 200 seniors came in with flu symptoms, but during this time last year, only 300 young people and 100 seniors are being treated for symptoms. Officials say the best way to fight the flu is by making sure to get your flu shots.
A Lincoln Park High School student's father has filed a lawsuit against the school. The lawsuit was filed for failing to protect his daughter from a sexual assault that occurred in January. The lawsuit claims CPS did not have the proper security in place for protection of the students. This is the 3rd incident in Lincoln Park High School. In recent weeks, 2 administrators were fired and the school's basketball coach was suspended on separate investigations.
Lewis University's WLRA is hosting its annual Love is on the Air event this Friday in the Brother James Gaffney Students Union. Students can stop by from noon until 3 p.m. for cup stacking, bozo buckets, and a guessing game to win prizes and celebrate Valentine's Day.
Come celebrate Valentine's Day with Lewis Dining on February 14th in the University Dining Room. Dinner will be served from 5:30 to 7 p.m. Four different meal options include butternut squash soup, steak, mashed potatoes, green beans, and cheesecake. There are different pay options, including meal swipes. Coming up next, we'll take a look into leading international and local headlines.
And later, we have the latest political news. Stay with us.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Being a dad can be tough.
No. What do you mean she's not coming?
When's the fairy princess coming?
Any minute now.
But when you're willing to do anything...
It is I, Cruz Zinkelpel. Okay, time for cake.
It's always worth it.
I know it's really you, Drew. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
The Westerdam luxury liner was rejected by 5 ports and is running out of options. The 2,000 passengers and staff aboard the cruise ship were denied access to Thailand due to fear that some passengers may be infected with the new coronavirus. Although the ship's operator has said it has no reason to believe there are any cases of coronavirus on board, Thailand's public health minister announced Tuesday in a Facebook post that he's directed authorities not to let them disembark. The World Health Organization has shed some light on the situation by stating that health authorities may try to board the ship to assess the passengers' health to see whether they may be allowed to get off the ship in Thailand. The ship is currently located off of the southern coast of Vietnam.
Those who face the most expensive internet charges happen to live in the poorest countries. In their annual affordability report, the Alliance for Affordable Internet assessed 136 low and middle income countries. Low income countries included Nepal, Haiti, and Yemen, while middle income included India, Jamaica, and Ghana. The report suggests that 1 gigabyte of mobile broadband data costs no more than 2% of one's average monthly income. In Africa, there are some cases where 1 gigabyte costs more than a fifth of average earning. Sluggish markets and monopolies are the primary cause of high prices. About 49% of Africans stay offline due to high prices. The report recommends that public sectors step in where for-profit models fall short, such as providing free public Wi-Fi.
Daniel Thomas Dyer, a firefighter captain in Atlanta, Georgia, is facing suspension by Atlanta Fire Chief Randall B. Slaughter, who signed disciplinary action this week. In Chief Slaughter's own words, the disciplinary process for the Atlanta Fire Rescue Department is designed to encourage safety and order. It also seeks to establish clear expectations in both emergency and non-emergency situations. Dyer reportedly entered the structure without his crew members, which is an immediate conflict with no freelancing, accountability, and maintaining crew integrity. According to the complaint, however, with the support of the fire union head, Paul Gertis, Dyer plans on appealing the suspension, leaving the fire department's code of conduct in jurisprudence limbo.
A father was reunited with his 3-year-old daughter on Monday after he saw her being abducted from their driveway earlier that day. It only took authorities 2 hours to locate the car that had taken Madeline Mejia on a highway almost 200 miles away from home. Lester Mejia was loading the toddler into his car on Monday morning when he went inside to get his keys. The father heard his daughter Madeline screaming and saw her being taken away in a black Honda. Authorities issued an Amber Alert and spotted the vehicle after conducting a helicopter search. 3 men and 1 woman were taken into custody.
Last weekend, a Nazi flag was hanging in the window of Governor Thomas Johnson High School in Maryland. People who were attending a basketball game saw the flag and expressed their complaints to school officials, who quickly removed it. The flag was unintentionally left up after being used as a teaching aid from an earlier World War II history class. The school district apologized and will use this incident as an opportunity to educate faculty about any potential insensitive materials. School officials have not disclosed whether or not they will reprimand the teacher at this time. When we return, we have our day's top political headlines.
And later, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast. Stay with us.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Being a dad can be tough.
No. What do you mean she's not coming?
When's the fairy princess coming?
Any minute now.
But when you're willing to do anything,
It is I, Cruz Zinkelpel. Okay, time for cake.
it's always worth it.
I know it's really you, Drew. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Senator Bernie Sanders won New Hampshire's primary with 26% last night, making him the Democratic frontrunner candidate for the presidential election. This result was expected because Sanders won the New Hampshire in the 2016 presidential campaign. Mayor Pete Buttigieg was close behind Sanders with 24.4%, placing him at second place. Senator Amy Klobuchar placed third place with 19.7%. And it was a tough night for Senator Elizabeth Warren and former Vice President Joe Biden. Warren placed fourth with 9.3%, and Biden placed last and fifth with 8.4%. Warren and Biden won't win any delegates for Tuesday's race. Also, Andrew Yang announced the end of his presidential campaign last night. Two key witnesses in the impeachment inquiry have been fired from the White House. The brothers fired were Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman and Lieutenant Colonel Yevgeny Vindman. Alexander Vindman saw this coming after testifying in President Trump's impeachment hearing in November. President Trump said Alexander Vindman reported the contents of his calls with Ukraine incorrectly. This is one of the many times when President Trump has fired key White House personnel. President Trump disagrees with the Department of Justice's sentencing for former campaign associate Roger Stone. Trump said he didn't ask the Department of Justice to change the sentence, but he has the right to do so. All four federal prosecutors have withdrawn from the case. The Department of Justice overruled the prosecutor's sentencing request and chose to lessen Stone's sentence. Stone was charged for lying to Congress and witness tampering, among other charges. The charges are in relation to the Robert Mueller investigations from last year.
Are there any updates on the Roger Stone situation?
Yes, so the Attorney General, William Barr, is going to be testifying next month, and one of the questions that should be addressed is his opinion on changing Stone's sentence.
Thank you for that update. Coming up next, we have your full 5-day forecast, and later we'll have a look at sports. Stay tuned.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Being a dad can be tough.
No. What do you mean she's not coming?
When's the fairy princess coming?
Any minute now.
But when you're willing to do anything,
It is I, Cruz Zinkelpel. Okay, time for cake.
it's always worth it.
I know it's really you, Drew. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Welcome back to Lewis University Television Network. I'm Carl Zahn with your weather. Right now in Romeoville, Illinois, we're looking at 32 degrees and the snow is coming down. So if you do plan on going out tonight, please be very careful as the roads are going to continually get more slippery because it's going to freeze as the temperature goes down. For our local temperatures, the high of 34 up in Madison, Wisconsin. The Windy City's at 33, down in Kankakee 32, and 32 up in Grand Rapids. Pretty similar across the board. For our national temperatures in Bismarck, actually 0 degrees, 62 in Los Angeles, 77 in Sarasota, and 44 in Boston. For our national radar, we have a storm system forming in the Dallas area, moving up into the Chicago and Michigan. Hitting St. Louis is a lot of rain, but we're definitely going to see the snow from that for the next few days. For our local radar, as the snow was coming in about 11 o'clock or so earlier, and it's just going to kind of continue throughout the night, so please be very careful. For Almanac for today, a high of 35 and a low of 22 is just about normal with a high of 34 and a low of 19. Our record temperatures in 1984, we were looking at 62 degrees, and in 1899, we were looking at negative 17. For our 5-day forecast, tomorrow a high of 22 and a low of negative 5. That snow again staying all night into tomorrow. Friday, a high of 15 and a low of 6. It's about as cold as we're going to see for a while, and temperatures rise as we get into the weekend, with Saturday being a high of 32 and a low of 25 and cloudy. Sun will peak out a little bit on Sunday with a high of 37 and a low of 26. Make sure to keep up with LUTN on Facebook and Twitter. Now back to Lewis at the desk.
All right, Carl, thank you so much for that update. Stay tuned for Sports Next.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Being a dad can be tough.
No. What do you mean she's not coming?
When's the fairy princess coming?
Any minute now.
But when you're willing to do anything,
It is I, Cruz Zinkerbell. Okay, time for cake.
it's always worth it.
I know it's really you, Drew. I'm just pretending for the other kids.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Welcome back to LUTN. I'm Matt Mohan with your sports update. Major League Baseball is considering making dramatic changes to their current postseason format. Changes would include increasing the number of qualifying teams from 10 to 14, with the best team record-wise from each league receiving a first-round bye. The remaining division winners would then get to choose their first-round opponents on a nationally televised show similar to Selection Sunday in college basketball. The changes have been proposed in order to entice networks like Fox and ESPN into renewing their TV deals, as well as eliminate tanking and increase overall fan viewership. For the first time in his illustrious 20-year career, Tom Brady is set to hit the free agency market. News came after Patriots general manager Robert Kraft announced that he would have no problem allowing the Hall of Fame quarterback to hear offers from other teams. The 42-year-old Patriots legend has played his entire career in New England. However, he has full control over his free agency decision for the first time ever. One possible landing spot for Brady is the Los Angeles Chargers, who just announced that they would be parting ways with their longtime QB, Philip Rivers. Signing Brady would go a long way in building some notoriety for the newly relocated franchise. Make sure to get out and support the Lewis men's lacrosse team this spring. The brand new program just kick-started their inaugural season this weekend with a 9-7 win over Lake Erie College. Cole Roth chipped in with 3 points for the Flyers, and Drew Hask led Lewis with 4 points, including the game-winning goal in the fourth period. The Flyers will hit the road to play Mercyhurst College in Erie, Pennsylvania this Saturday, and their next home game is February 26th versus Lindenwood. In briefs, the Bulls lost to the Washington Wizards last night by a final score of 126 to 114. That was the final time the Bulls will play until they host All-Star Weekend starting this Friday at the United Center right here in Chicago. The Blackhawks, meanwhile, continued their 5-game road trip with a 5-3 loss against the Edmonton Oilers last night. The Hawks will be back on the ice tonight against the Vancouver Canucks. And finally, the Cubs and White Sox got spring training off and running today, with pitchers and catchers of both squads reporting for the first time this year. Both teams will have the rest of their players show up next Monday. The Cubs are hosting their spring training in Mesa, Arizona, and the White Sox will be in Glendale, Arizona. That's all for sports. I'm Matt Mohan. Now back to you guys at the desk.
That's it for today's news. Thank you for watching. As a reminder, you can always keep up with Lewis News on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and by visiting our YouTube channel. I'm Margarita Cremidas.
I'm Luis Chavez.
I'm Ayana Squires with Politics.
I'm Carl Zahn with Weather.
Have a great night.